Well guys, I just bought Virgin Galactic stock. I've just started quite a small position here today when we compare it to my overall US dollar portfolio, around about $13,000 in my US stocks account there. But I did just buy 8 shares roughly, about $200 worth at a price of about $24.50 each. And I'm honestly very excited about this stock right now. I'm gonna love making this video. I'm very bullish on this company right now, and it's honestly the most excited I've been about a stock in a while. We will definitely get into today why exactly I am so bullish on Virgin Galactic here, and why I think this stock is a potential massive growth opportunity, a massive maybe 2x, 5x, even 10x opportunity here today. I'll get into my full bullish thesis on this stock and what the plan is, what I plan to do with Virgin Galactic. We'll get into all that here today. I'm just so excited about the massive potential opportunity that Virgin Galactic has in front of them. Now the stock is up huge over the past month. I mean, just from the 25th of June, it's up like 63%, and it was even up like over 8.5% today. So far to say, this stock has been going absolutely bonkers over the past month. It's very hyped up and very talked about throughout the stock market community here on YouTube. I'm sure you've probably already seen a video on it by now if you do follow stock market investing, or you've definitely heard about it in the news. And I tell you what, a stock has to be pretty special if it's just ran up 63% and I've just decided to buy it. But like I said, I do plan to hold this stock for years to come because I just see an absolutely massive opportunity in this one. I'm very excited to talk about this one today, guys. So in today's video, we will cover a few things. We will cover exactly what Virgin Galactic stock is, as I've never done a video on it before. And we will cover exactly why it has had such a massive run up here in the short term recently. And we'll also do a proper analysis of the company here today, and I'll give you my full bullish thesis on this stock, why exactly I am so bullish on this stock and why I think it is definitely a buy. Just before we do get into all that today though guys, obviously if you do love this video at any point throughout this video, hit that red subscribe button down there to stay tuned to all the new videos that I do. Greatly helps me out, and I would love to build this channel. As always, if you enjoyed the video, smash that like button here, that little grey button down there, turn it blue. Come on guys. But anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so what exactly is Virgin Galactic stock? What is the company? What do they do? So basically, Virgin Galactic is a British space flight company, and it's developing a commercial spacecraft and aims to provide suborbital space flights to space tourists. Basically, what they're looking to do is they're looking to commercialize spaceflight. They're looking to build a brand new industry pretty much. Tourism in space. You can pay a big amount of money to go up into space. They're planning to pretty much commercialize space travel. And like I said, this is going to be very expensive. The starting price right now is $250,000 US if you want to take part in this experience. But what does that actually get you? It actually just does get you more than just a flight up into space that you're there for about an hour and down. It actually gets you a lot more than that. Look at this, it's actually a massive experience over several days. Where day one there, welcome day, where you get to tour the spaceport, you get to have a look at your flight suit and make sure it fits in gear fitting, you get an introduction to the flight profile, and you get high G training as well. Day 2 there is cabin day, day 3 there rehearsal day, and then day 4 is the day that you actually fly. So we can see there it's almost like a holiday, or an experience spanning across several days. It's not just simply you go there, get in the ship, fly up, come back down, all in the space of like 2 hours. So it's a proper experience for that amount of money. So now that we know what Virgin Galactic is and what they're planning to do, why has the stock price ran up so massively over such a short amount of time? Why have we seen this absolutely massive upturn in the stock price as of late? Now it's all because some amazing news came out about a week ago, which initially caused the stock price to go up about like 35%. And that awesome news is this right here. Virgin Galactic soars 20% after it poaches new Disney executive to become CEO. The space exploration company soared as much as 20% on Thursday after announcing that Cole Glazier, who formerly served as President and Managing Director of Disney Parks International, would replace the current CEO, George Whitesides. The move comes as the company prepares to launch paying customers into space sometime in the future. the company has committed to launching their company founder, Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin, into space sometime in 2020. Now that is a pretty insane goal. They plan to get Richard Branson up in space by the end of this year. Now that is crazy. Customers will have to shell out $250,000 to embark on the approximately 2-hour-long space flight. But like we said, it's not just a 2-hour-long space flight, it's a pretty big experience there over several days. The company announced in May that it has exceeded 8,000 customer reservations, giving it an effective revenue backlog of $2 billion if all reservations do convert to paid flights. So we can see there that this article is definitely very positive news, and there is a massive opportunity there. And all of this good news here has caused the stock price to absolutely go up huge in the short term there, like we've seen. But why? What's so good about this new CEO? What's so good about Michael Colglazier? Well, when I look at Virgin Galactic, the cost for this experience, like we said, is around about 250k. It's certainly a steep price, but what does that 250k get you? Like we've said, it doesn't just get you a 2-hour flight into space and back down. It does get you a lot more than that. It's a full proper experience over several days. And who better to run a company and manage such a great customer experience than someone that's had several years worth of experience doing so. Michael Colglazier was arguably running one of the best experiences in the world, right? A trip to Disney World. Obviously, it's said by many to be one of the best experiences ever, so I can definitely see why they've brought this guy in as CEO, just because he knows how to create and build such an awesome customer experience. So that's my take on it. Just the knowledge and the experience that this guy's going to bring into the role is just great, and I can see obviously why everyone thinks it is such great news. That's why we've seen the stock price jump massively there. I'm sure majority of investors agree with me on that one, as we've seen by the stock price. Now, why am I so bullish on this stock? We'll get to my full bullish thesis in a second. Part of it is obviously because of that great news there. After I've seen that great news, I'm like, wow. Yes, the stock price has ran up massively, but still, this is just great news for the long run if they keep Michael Colglazier there in the long run. But what else gets me really excited about this stock? What makes me want to hold it for several years to come? I've got 5 bullish points here. We'll go through them one by one. This is my full bullish thesis. The first one being that it is the only publicly traded commercial space company right now. It's the only space tourism company that you can actually invest in publicly. Elon Musk's SpaceX, Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, they're private companies. You can't invest in them. So imagine Virgin Galactic being the first public company to be able to do space travel. That would definitely be a great look for them, and I think Richard Branson definitely did have the right idea taking the company public. It just makes the company get a lot more hype around it and a lot more news than if it was privatised. It gets people talking about it a lot more, and it's obviously a company that people can physically invest in and people that can actually put money in. Well, you can't put money into SpaceX, you can't put money into Blue Origin, they're not publicly traded companies. And what that means is even when some good news comes out from their competitors like SpaceX or Blue Origin, right, I still think that's going to drive Virgin Galactic stock price up, because it would still be good news for the space tourism industry overall. And as people start to get more and more bullish or more and more positive on the space tourism industry, they're going to want a piece of it. They're going to want to invest in it. And what's the only company that you can invest in right now? Virgin Galactic. You can't invest in SpaceX or anything like that. I'd love to invest in SpaceX because I love Elon Musk, but it's not something that's possible. There's going to be increased demand for investors wanting to buy into space travel over time, and obviously there is a very limited supply. There's only Virgin Galactic that you can invest in. So I definitely think that's going to be a benefit to their stock price over time, that's for sure. Now onto my second bullish point. So this is a company that will lose a lot of money on the bottom line for quite an extended period of time, I imagine. Being such a new industry and a lot of research and development needs to be done before it is a proper full functioning business model where they can send people up to space commercially. They're going to need to do a lot of test flights. They've already done some obviously, but you get the point. There is a lot of research and test flights, a lot of testing, everything like that, research and development that needs to be done. So they are going to be taking a bunch of losses for quite a long time, I would imagine. So they will need to consistently raise cash and obviously have a decent balance sheet to get them through these losses. They'll need to maintain a great balance sheet, and that's where I do get to my second point. this company is great financially. I see no problem with their balance sheet or them being able to raise cash over time. Their balance sheet here is just great. For such a capital intensive industry, you know it does cost a lot of money to build rockets. Their balance sheet is terrific. Their assets far outweigh their liabilities, and they do have a good heap of cash sitting around there. And with the hype and the talk around this stock, it being founded by Richard Branson, I think they will have no problem raising cash or raising capital if they ever did need to. If they need to raise cash via debt, I'm sure no one's going to have a problem lending money to Richard Branson. Or if they need to issue out more shares, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of people that still want to buy into the stock. Now, my third bullish point here, space tourism. Yes, right now it is very expensive. Like we said, 250k per experience. But like we said earlier, it's definitely an experience over multiple days. It's just not a 2-hour flight. And now with the new CEO, he's just going to know how to create an awesome customer experience. And there is definitely a big enough addressable market out there that is willing to pay for this experience. 250,000 is just pocket change to some very wealthy people out there, and it is looking like it will be such an awesome experience here with this new CEO on board. I think you'll be surprised to see how many people are willing to pay such a massive amount of money for such an experience. And I think the total addressable market out there is more than what you would think. Now, my fourth bullish point. The main market everyone is talking about right now, the main hyped up market, is obviously that commercial space travel, or, you know, space tourism industry. That's definitely the one that's the most talked about in the news and that right now. But they actually have another massive opportunity that no one is talking about right now. Or certainly not being as talked about as much as space travel. Obviously that's the more exciting one. But this point here is still very exciting also. I'm talking about point-to-point travel. Essentially, they are using these rockets or these space jets to replace, say, business jets. I mean, look at this. There is a $600 billion current commercial passenger market. On a normal business jet, a flight from LA to Tokyo takes about 11 hours, right? On a Virgin hypersonic jet, it would take just 2 hours. Now, if pricing on this is somewhat affordable and it can be somewhat competitive, to be honest, I do see a lot of people going for this option. I do see this being a massive opportunity for Virgin Galactic here also. I would say there is definitely a whole bunch of people out here that would be willing to pay extra for this option just to save that massive amount of time. This is definitely a big opportunity here for Virgin Galactic that, like I said, I don't think it's being talked about enough. Everyone's caught up in that commercial space travel opportunity. No one's talking about this one. And now my fifth and final point here is more buying pressure could definitely cause a short squeeze. Now, there's no doubt that a lot of people are short in this stock just because it is so speculative. People want to see it fail. People are going short in this stock. People are betting against Virgin Galactic. But with the current massive run-up that we've just seen, we have seen these shorts get hurt bad. And they have their Q2 earnings report coming up 3rd of August, so in a few weeks' time, where they will announce their earnings. And now, if this is positive or this is better than what everyone else thought it would be, we may see a further run-up on the stock price. It will be very interesting to see what happens with that stock price in the short term there. But if we continue to see a big move up, I think we'll see the shorts get hurt even more. We may see a short squeeze happen. What happens is shorts get too far negative on their position that they have to cover. They have to buy shares at this new higher price, which just only puts further buying pressure on the stock price, makes it go up further. Then those shorts have to cover their shares, and we just see it like a domino effect, making the stock price increase. I think we may very well see that happen if Virgin Galactic comes out with a positive earnings report. So overall, guys, these bullish points here are pretty much my full bullish thesis on Virgin Galactic, and it's the reason why I decided to purchase that $200 worth of shares there today. Right now, I can see myself buying a little bit more Virgin Galactic stock if the price does drop below 20 again. I'm waiting to see what happens after that earnings report coming out over the next few weeks, see what happens with the stock price and what it's looking like, and see if I can buy a little bit more potentially. But honestly, right now, I wouldn't see myself buying too much more. I wouldn't see myself loading the boat on this stock. It does still make up quite a very small amount of my portfolio, just because it is quite speculative right now. Obviously, there is still a lot more research and a lot more things that need to be done before this is a full-blown proper industry and their business model is fully up and running. It's definitely going to take a lot more time and a lot more research and development. So because of that, I am limited to the amount that I can add to my portfolio. I want to limit the amount of risk that I'm taking on, but right now Virgin Galactic is pretty risky, so I can't buy too much of it. Obviously, over time, if it does start to get better and better for them and it does start to get less and less risky, I'm more than happy to absolutely buy a ton more shares. I'd love to make this into a big position if it does become less risky of a play, because I do see such a massive opportunity in this stock. It would definitely be a stock that I'm willing to hold for a very long time. But that's going to do me here for today, guys. That's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed this video. What do you think of Virgin Galactic stock? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. As always, guys, consider smashing that like button, turning it blue. It does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Click the circle here to subscribe if you enjoyed and you want to see more of my videos. There's this video and playlist here as well. You guys have a good one.